If you want a custom hydroponic system built in your backyard and also have all the customer support, if you ever have a problem,
man, it's the best.
You got to visit OrlandoHydroponics.com.
I mean, I have one right now. Last night, the whole family, we all went out there, and Maisie was helping me tend to some basil that I was going to use for a fresh spaghetti sauce, but then my kids started eating it. But it's a heck of a lot of fun. Yeah. And what Joe does, he goes to your house and he builds it fully custom to fit and blend into your home. And then on top of that, like what Tom said, he will give you customer support, meaning if you have a question, you just shoot him a text.
Yeah, teach your kids about growing vegetables and fruits, and not to mention how delicious it is and fulfilling it is to grow your own fruits and vegetables. It's really cool. You can check out their website, OrlandoHydroponics.com. You can kind of see what they offer, but it's a custom-built system at your house. Again, OrlandoHydroponics.com. Welcome to Corporate Tom with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer's here. Butler, you guessed it, out on an errand.
Check out our new merch at tomanddan.com. There's lots of new stuff on there, and I think you'll like it. We got more than we've ever had in the past. As far as accessories.
Man, you really sold the sizzle.
We have more than we've ever had in the past, and we hope that you find it enjoyable and welcoming.
I started to plug specifics, and then I was like, I'm not. Well, no. I'm just not sure what exactly is going to be on there.
I knew what you're doing.
Because, we're just recording this a little bit, ahead of time. So,
well, we record all of these.
It's actually March right now.
We're
really trying to get ahead.
All of these. Yeah. I mean, there'll never be a pandemic.
Yeah, then we're going to keep the cruise ships off the coast. Keep the numbers low.
It's fine.
We'll be fine.
All right, let me take a cool sip of this bleach that's protecting me, and let's get started. Here's your first voicemail.
Hey, guys, this is BDM Josh here in good old sunny Avalon Park in East Orlando. I was just curious if anybody else had the same kind of social media annoyance that I did. For some reason, there's something about when somebody posts something on social media where they're asking for recommendations and they end the post with "and go."
Guilty.
I don't know what it is about that, but I hate it. It just irritates me to no end. I don't know if anybody, you don't have to talk about it. I'm curious.
Why are you calling in?
You know what? Move on. Next voicemail.
I've done that before. I'm guilty of doing that a couple times, and I think I changed my ways in recent years.
You know why? Because it seems like you're saying, "Give me my recommendation, slave." Like, it's like you're just demanding it, and then
go.
Yeah,
it's not polite.
Like we're.
I always say thanks in advance at the end of something. Yeah.
It's like you're like those people are all at your beck and call. And you're like, give me some recommendations.
Tell me now.
And go. And I'm like starting a race of you I'm like, he said go. Give him more recommendations.
Yeah, like, if I give him the best one, I win.
I was behind a guy. This is going to tie in. I was behind a guy getting a sandwich made at a grocery chain, and the dude was getting toppings on his sub, and he did a version of this that I really disliked where he's like, extra pickles, please. And I'm like, oh, please, there's pickles, no big deal. And he's like, more. And I'm just like, it was hitting me wrong. That's not, just...
I always say,
could I have like extra than that, please? Thank you so much.
I say please and thank you to every...
what are you, a child? More. More.
It's like Maisie. She's like, Mama, water. And I'm like, hey, you better slow your roll.
Like, I hope the guy at Subway jumps over the counter and beats you. I mean, he's strong. High school wide receiver. Beat you, kill you.
I think this is an interesting one.
Yo, guys. Sean from the Bear here. In our household, typically whoever does the cooking will also do the cleaning, like the dishes. Which, when you think about it, kind of sucks because it's like you already work to go and fix a proper meal for the fam, and then you get stuck with cleaning the damn dishes. But that's just how it kind of works out in our household.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right there. I think that's weird. I think it's like, why is it I'm going into the kitchen, I'm going to do everything. Like, when Andrea and I do it, it's one of us will cook, the other will clean. It's easier that way,
Here's the problem with that. the person cooking is not going to be as conservative with the dishes because they know someone else is cleaning it. So use more pots than you need.
No, that's where you're wrong.
More mess.
That's where you're wrong.
Because you're leaving it for...
That's how you operate, Tom. We know.
I think my wife does that. I'm like, why is there so much?
Because cooking,
pots.
When I do cooking and surfaces. She does cleaning. So what that means is I cook, then she straightens up the kitchen, loads the dishwasher, and then I come back through and spray and wipe everything down.
But she does the dishes, though, that you use to cook.
Yeah, but I'm not just getting one spoon out to taste something and throwing it in the trash.
Well, I'm just saying, I think if you cooked and
Is this because
you
cook and do the dishes?
No.
And when you guys are saying do the dishes, you just mean load up the dishwasher. You're not actually
No, I think
doing
this guy
the
has to
dishes.
rinse them off.
Oh, yeah.
And he has to turn on the faucet, rinse it, turn off the faucet, then put it away. Then turn on the faucet, rinse it, then turn off the faucet. No way. I let the water roll in every faucet in the house. I rinse them in every room.
It's not even rinsing. I'm scrubbing the dishes because they were left out
pre-washing
the whole night. And
that's the problem.
I wake up,
do that.
You got cakey dishes.
and then it's just caked in there. So I'm scrubbing the hell out of every single dish before I put it in the dishwasher.
Why don't you
screaming.
just rinse it out the night of that you're cooking?
I like to take it as a personal gamble.
You're asking a stupid question because look who you're talking to.
Slap me,
How dare
Sean
you?
Connery.
You're asking why don't I do something normal that a sane person would do?
You know the
You
consequences
idiot.
here.
I know.
I put a whole casserole in I don't care. Like
You
when
don't
I
even
load
rinse
the
it.
dishwasher, I don't even rinse it. I load it in there almost as if to challenge the dishwasher to see if it can do what it said. You know what I mean?
It can't get out overnight dishwasher or dishes, grime or whatever, the food that's stuck on there, there's no way it gets it off. You can get off wet food that you just use, but if it dries overnight, it's not good coming off. Like you have to literally
you gotta soak it.
You have
at
to
that point,
and take the hard part of the sponge and scrub it off. Believe me, I do this my entire life.
My God, you could save so much time if you just did it the night of.
Now, Andrea does something that is going to blow both your minds because I may cook and then after dinner, if I have to do the dishes, load it up, and then we're good to go, right? Andrea will cook and then clean, if she's got 2 chicken breasts sauteing in a pan, and then she already used another pan to make her sauce, she'll pour the sauce into something and then rinse out that pan, load it in the dishwasher while her chicken breast is cooking. So when she's done, there's just normally when she's done, it makes me so mad. There's just a cutting board and maybe one saucepan that needs to be cleaned up. Everything else has been put away already and already dried and clean.
Yeah.
Now,
that's how you do it.
I try and do that as much as possible.
I knew it.
Try and be efficient.
What we like to do is we cook and just destroy
every pan.
It's a buffet every night.
Everywhere. Yeah. Then we eat. Now, there's still dirty dishes in the dishwasher from the day before. So even if we wanted to load them, we have to we're like, oh, God. And
we're
then
behind.
We open up the dishwasher. I pull it out, and I'm like, are these clean or dirty?
But you can smell. It smells like milk.
Yeah, can't tell. And then we determine that they're dirty. And then
it smells like Stay Puft Marshmallows jockstrap in there. It smells like wet milk and orange juice.
We eat. We're full and lazy. And then
high.
And then we have to get the kids. The bedtime routine is 9:45 at night, and then
what time are you eating dinner?
By the time we go to sleep, it's
wait, that's when they start to go to bed. Are you serious?
No, they go to bed. Well, not now because of daylight saving time, but there was a while, the heat of the pandemic, it was like 9:30.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'm still 7:15.
Yeah. They go to sleep later than you for sure.
No, not me. I'm talking about May. She goes to bed at 7:15 because she got to be up at 6:45.
My kids could sleep the 10 o'clock in the afternoon. But then the next morning, I wake up hungover.
Oh, yeah, it hurts.
Late, and I gotta get the kids to school, and then I'm like, oh God! And I wake up and the kitchen
so you gotta
destroyed.
Rinse two cups for Tommy and Mac, 2 plates Tommy and Mac, and 2 forks Tommy and Mac.
There's tiny doo-doo flies already in the sand. I'm like, how'd you get here so fast, doo-doo flies?
That's Florida.
So you redid this whole kitchen just to have a mess in it every day? Okay.
People don't change. They just
then why even redo the kitchen?
They change their environment, but they never change their ways. I mean, they just keep doing the same dodo stuff until they're dead. And
that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm dedicated to it.
I could do the dishes right after dinner and then wake up to a clean refreshing kitchen.
Why don't you have the boys rinse out the dishes?
Oh, you crazy.
That's a small chore.
I already ruined them.
They're young still.
You don't want to get.
They can't.
Their small little Swedish hands can't get dish pan.
I was putting on Tommy's shoes this morning. Maybe while I was eating breakfast, partly because we were late again, and then scrambling and panic mode. Like
your life stresses me out.
Well, I look at it like
you're lucky he doesn't have to put your shoes on.
You know how
I don't think I'd let him.
If you're like in special forces or some sort of elite fighting force, they put you through super stressful scenarios at all times, so you become adapted to stress at all times. That's what I'm doing for my sons.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm an American hero.
They're going to be going through therapy for years.
But them, it's like you are super tough, but they're like 45. They're like,
I can't tie my shoes.
There's some flaws.
Yeah.
There's some flaws.
There's flies everywhere, and I don't know how to wash these dishes if my shoes are off.
Yeah. They could just become...
Hold on a second. Maybe the flies will put my shoes on.
Unmotivated slobs, too. That's a small price to pay.
Byproduct.
For my continued laziness.
Yeah, but you won't have to... that'll be 10 years down the road before they do something like that.
Yeah. I'll be dead by that.
Let's try this one.
Hello, Tom, Dan, Sam, and Chop and Dobson. I have a behind-the-scenes audio nerd question I was curious about. When you guys are cutting a commercial, I know a lot of times they tend to go on little tangents and sidetrack, sometimes to the point where it almost feels like Tom doesn't want the commercial to even air. Does that happen very often, where you guys will start doing a read for an advertiser, and it just goes so far sideways you have to bail on it and redo it? Or does it never happen? What we hear is what we get. Thanks, guys. I'll hang up and listen.
It's never happened one time.
Thank you.
Every ad we have started, we've ended, one take only.
Yeah.
Perfect every time.
Yeah, no matter what is said.
No matter what it says.
Yeah.
If it says something that's, maybe a little bit, a little insensitive, that's just the way we are. We're brash. We shoot from the hip.
Yeah. Even if we say something negative towards the actual client themselves, leave it in.
And they'll ask us. They'll be like, you should. Well,
we know.
I know what I'm doing. You just shut up and let me do my live read.
Yeah. You take what you get.
Yeah.
And whatever.
You start getting up in,
we'll give you nothing. You want that?
You want nothing?
You want to pay for nothing?
Yeah.
We'll give you that. Because I just will not pay you. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
I guess you have the choice.
Well, I didn't factor that in. And if you decide to do that, I would say that you're a very horrible person.
Who runs their business like this? To be honest, we learned that the clients and our listeners like the crazier ads.
They like funny commercials.
And it kind of almost started with Bart Merrick when he was like,
just start with Bart.
Say whatever you want. The crazier, the better. Literally told us the crazier you say, like the crazier the commercial.
It's weird.
People remember it.
Yeah, so we started talking about Bart and he's a good personality, and the cool thing about him is that he's a good sport, so he let us joke around, and
it works with the majority of our clients, because the majority of our clients, we know the owners, and that we talk to the owner of the business, because we work primarily with like smaller or medium-sized businesses, but it does not work for giant corporations.
No.
I do not think you can get away with that. They will not understand. Most likely they work with some marketing agency that is not going to find the joke funny when you say, he'll make your boop dance.
You said it.
I stopped it. I stopped it.
Not really.
I stopped. You don't have to cut it out. I stopped it enough.
I don't know if you did.
I'm
pretty sure. You got most of it out.
No.
Kirk Douglas did. You did.
You could not.
You were past the third ring.
No one knows what you're going to say.
Hey, no.
Anyway, that commercial, I thought we were going to. I was like, but we played it anyway. Nothing happened. Yeah. And then after that one, we went crazy.
Then we lost our minds.
Yeah. Then now we're drunk with power. We think we could do anything and get away with it. But that will come back and bite us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Almost did. I was talking to a client today.
I was just going to bring that up.
And then I was like, I want to do it like this. This will be better. And he's like, don't do it like that. I'm like, okay.
Bye-bye.
But I try to talk him into something crazy.
Yeah. And I heard part of that conversation, and I got excited because I was like, oh, you want crazy? I'll give you crazy.
Then I was like, got to dial it back. I got too far
and then crazy. He got scared because the client, we won't say who it is, but he was like, I don't know about that. And you're like, yes, sir.
Yeah. Then I was like, I was just joking. Of course. Yeah. What idiot would do that?
I would never do that.
And then I was like, Butler decided that he told me that. He wrote it on a piece of paper and slid it over
to me. He said if I didn't say it, he pants me.
I'm going to reprimand him. Is he laughing at the joke or the fact that I said I was going to reprimand him?
I just think he feels like anytime you say his name, he has to laugh or he'll get fired. That's what I think.
Oh, I did tell him that.
Yeah, let's try this one.
Hey, Tom and Dan, it's Steve in Richmond. Just wanted to call in and bring up a subject that I don't think you guys have talked about, but it's kind of, well, there's a few trashy things that I do, but there's one thing that I have done ever since I learned about, and that is use something called Fix-A-Flat. I think I was introduced to it probably when I was like 11, maybe 10, 11 years old, when I was helping a friend out, and we had like a little low tire on this little cart that he had, one of my friends. And now ever since that I was of driving age, anytime I've ever had a flat tire or nail or anything like that in my tires, and I had crap cars at the beginning, but anytime I needed it, I always used Fix-A-Flat. And now I'm 47 years old. I drive, a pretty nice 2018 F-150. And last time I had a low tire, I actually had to fight the urge to buy Fix-A-Flat. Although on my wife's minivan, which is...
Okay, this guy goes on for about 9 minutes on Fix-A-Flat.
Yeah.
Now, I had always been told not to use it because it would ruin your tires, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I heard that as well.
It's if you're already on retreads and you're just trying to get 10 more miles or 100 more miles, however long it lasts, Fix-A-Flat. It's a poor person's thing. I've used lots of Fix-A-Flat on my retreads because I always looked at tires not as an investment, as just something to get me 5 more miles. And
the first time I ever bought new tires was for the Griff truck. Always use tires.
Yeah.
Always.
And I when I was poor, super poor, it always blew my mind how much tires.
Super poor. It still blows my mind. How
I'm like, why are they so expensive? It doesn't make any.
Oh man,
sense.
I wish my dad was around to argue with you. My dad yelled at this guy at this poor little. Let's see if I can remember the name of it. Boulevard Tire in DeLand, Florida. There's shout out to Boulevard Tire, the only tire store my dad would go to. I go up there with him. I got an '82 Rabbit that he and I redid. We painted it and we got the dash and the seats. You guys have all heard the stories. And we went up there and we thought it would look best because of the specific rims we'd picked out on these little low-profile Pirelli tires. And then my dad breaks into some argument with this guy about it's less rubber, so why is it more money?
Right.
What the hell's even low-profile mean? And then he said some things about the trucks with the lights underneath them and some not nice stuff. And, And we never could fully understand why tires that seemed smaller were more expensive than just big old balloony fat gross tires.
So why does Fix-A-Flat ruin your tire? Because it
gunks it all up inside, right?
Inside, yeah. But then who cares what's on the inside? That's what I say about it.
Who cares what it looks like on the inside? Kirk Douglas.
So if there's just a bunch of Fix-A-Flat in there, what does it matter? Like, it's fixing the flat.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but when they go and they fix the flat, they turn your tire specifically. Like, they turn it inside out.
Oh, I think a professional does it. Yeah. They put the patch on the inside.
I think so.
Yeah. So then if there's a bunch of Fix-A-Flat...
They gotta scrape it out.
Also, I guess it messes up the tire pressure sensors in your wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you got that... Then
if you're fancy, you shouldn't use it anyway.
Yeah. If you got a tire pressure sensor, you shouldn't be using...
Do you have a tire pressure sensor?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
With the new cars.
Yeah, they do. Because I had my back...
Air's getting low. Air pressure low.
My back one was like kept going from 23 or whatever it's supposed to be to 19, and I would stop and do it for I did this for about 4 months before I finally took it to the place to fix it.
This is a do the dishes scenario.
All right. I'd stop by Wawa. God damn, I gotta get this fixed. I fill it up, and then I'm like, I'm never gonna think about that again.
Not like me. I got a nail in my tire in your driveway that your wife saw. I drove from your driveway to the VW place and had it patched immediately. That's the difference.
I looked at that nail and I was like, that'll stay in there good for a long time. You don't even have to worry about it.
It went deep.
It's a self-patching nail. It's like you didn't even have lower tire pressure, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, there's no leak. Fine, just leave it in.
Got it patched. Can't have that danger. That car carries my family, sir, and they're a little bit more important to me than a nail in my tire.
By the way, I've had a blowout many times.
I know, you do it every morning. It's called the sweet bean bonanza.
Oh, I did it this morning today. Nobody said anything. I think that was because
I didn't say anything because you said you got upset when people said something.
Yeah. I thought about that.
It's like when somebody comes in with a bad haircut. They're like, I know.
Exactly.
Yeah. I knew no one said anything because of that. And then I was like, it works when you tell people how you
really
feel.
Should, though, close the door with the fan on because you just let it seep out into the office.
Did you just hear what he said? It actually works when you tell people how you feel.
Yeah. Imagine that.
But I don't really care.
We do because it's goddamn
it was
horrible.
still killing us today.
It was bad today.
I don't know what to do. You know what? I'm going to rent the goddamn next business next door. I'm going to rent
just so you can have a potty?
Yes. And then I'm going to start another company.
You can go to like a gastro doctor or something.
Yeah, like you got some...
What's going on with that diet?
You got some stickiness.
Okay, well...
here's where we get down to brass tacks. Are you going to start your own little Matt Lauer hideaway over there with some locky doors? You're doing a Matt Lauer across the street, aren't you? Where you go in?
Matt Sauer.
Yeah. Matt Sauer diarrhea.
I get full tennis ball head. Black tennis ball head.
Jet black. And then like Samantha comes in, she's like, I got these emails, and she hears the door just click behind her. She's like, oh, God.
Oh, look at the tennis ball head. Anyway, I'm going to rent that and start just so you use the bathroom in peace. I don't have to.
No one bothers you while you're in there.
Just walk over to Publix and then who's always in the bathroom is that one guy who repeats himself 150 times.
Yeah.
I can't go number 2 when that guy's in there because like I'm trying to strain and go number 2 and they're not easy to do. And this guy that works there, he's walking around. He's like, I clean the sink. I clean the sink. I clean the sink.
You're talking about the tall guy.
I clean the sink. I clean the sink. I clean the sink. I clean in the mirror and clean in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God.
So Crystal bought a new Ninja blender for...
Would you poop in it?
No, because she doesn't want me to buy a smoothie every morning because it's like $7.
Right.
And I started buying it every 7 days a week.
What about the green machine and the Captain Kidd ride again?
I spend $50 a week on smoothies, and so it's ridiculous.
That's a lot of money for smoothies.
But I get it every single day. Like
I spend $50 a day on weed.
So I do that too.
Oh, okay.
Hemorrhaging money.
But I hide that. But the smoothie
I put that in my smoothies.
I'm open with the smoothie. Anything that looks healthy, I spend my money. I spend secret money with the weed and everything else.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she bought all the ingredients to my peanut butter power up that I get every morning, and then she's like, I have the ingredients, I'm just going to make you one every morning. Right?
Oh, wow.
So first I was like,
wait a minute, she likes to sleep in. That ain't happening.
Well, but the school and her being forced to get up started, so she makes me this smoothie, but it's not
sweet obligations.
It's not the
I
same.
I tell her, I'm like, and then I like, she even got
why it's not the same? Because hers is healthy. The one that you get every day at the place, they're like, put the sugar in it, keeps them addicted.
Yeah. I'm like, you give me no pumps. Give me the pumps.
Yeah, you got to have that sweet turbinado, which is sugar. It's just sugar. They're like 7 pumps of turbinado. I'm like, this health drink tastes blanking amazing. I can eat this every day.
I get no pumps, and then I have to gag it down, and I'm like, so lumpy.
Andrea does that. It's like peanut butter, 3 chia seeds, a grape, half an apple, a squeeze of a lime, and then like some spinach, and she blends it up. She's like, she'll taste it. I'm like, this tastes straight up like mung. Like yuck.
It tastes like what hamsters sleep in. Pungent stinks.
And then if you say anything, then they'll never make you one again.
How is it wet and dusty at the same time?
that could be for a lot of things.
I'm like, God damn. And then I gag it down, and then I'm like, it's the same. I just tell it's the same.
Like the more I drink it, the thirstier I am.
I'm like, how many chia seeds did you put in this? God damn. It's so gritty.
So that's why.
Tastes like my dad washed his hands with. Grit.
Go, Joseph.
Let's do one more, and then we'll. This one's good. This is people want an update.
Hey, Tom. What's Dr. Ghoul been up to? Thanks.
That's
very interested in the update of Dr. Ghoul.
They love Ghoul and Pappy Ghoul.
Yeah. I saw Dr. Ghoul the other day.
These are people that live on Tom's street. If if you don't know who we're talking about, Tom has a pretty wild cast of characters that live on his street.
Oh yeah. I did I tell you I met the neighbor the other day.
The good-looking one that your wife has a.
Yeah.
When the ball got kicked over or whatever.
Well, no, I met him again. He was raking leaves in the front, and I
no shirt on, right?
Yep.
Did you go out no shirt on? You guys have almost like a leaf off.
I did tell my wife, I was like, I used to be the buff, good-looking guy in the neighborhood, and now there's this guy.
Were you
the buff, good-looking guy? Hey.
Yeah, but I'm not the buffest, best-looking now. I'm just the second best.
I mean, you don't know that this guy, can he carry on a conversation?
Yeah.
Does he have a good personality? Can he cook?
Real good, yeah.
Is he funny like you?
Yeah, super funny.
Stop thinking about I would stop thinking about the stuff that you can't provide your wife and start thinking about the stuff that you can provide her. And I wouldn't think about this guy, because the minute you start comparing yourself to him is the minute that you've already lost.
Because everybody likes him, I tried to, carry on a conversation or, be cool in front of him. I heard him...
Liking leaves, huh?
Oh, God.
Me too. I like leaves.
I was trying to...
You're trying to be cool, guy?
Well, I was trying to put a cement tube on the back of my trailer.
That's I'm sorry?
It's, because it's floating, and, you remember I had the floating trailer?
Floating trailer.
Yeah, it floats when I put it in the water.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I float high.
So you're putting a concrete pipe on the back?
No,
I thought you were supposed to put some dumbbells, like metal
zip
ties.
That's ghetto.
But the concrete pipe. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, because I saw on a boat forum, that you take a 2-inch PVC pipe and you put a cap on both ends. You fill it with concrete.
Where'd you get concrete?
I have some concrete in my shed. I put concrete in there, but then I got these I guess braces to. I was gonna screw it to the wood bunks on the back of my trailer, but I didn't account for the caps. And the caps are thicker than the actual tube, so my braces don't touch the thing. And I'm like, God, I screwed it up. I bought $50 worth of supplies.
No.
And
should have bought $50 worth of weed.
So then I was going to zip tie it to the inside, and then
zip tie is classic.
This guy's raking his legs.
So I was out there trying
to fumble.
No. I heard him.
It's a nice-looking concrete tube you got there.
So then he was raking, and I was like, oh, he's raking out there. I'm going to go talk to him. So
why? Leave him alone. He's trying to rake his yard.
Watching football tonight?
Yeah. So then I pretended like I was surveilling my yard.
Surveilling.
So I walk out and then
surveying,
and then I'm like, hey, how's it going? He's like, hey, and then I started some small talk about the leaves.
You want to do a pose off?
I'm like, man, there's a lot of leaves because he just moved in. I was like, the leaves are bad. Oh
my God, I want to see how awkward this is.
And then he was just raking, and then I just started standing there talking to him while
about
he rakes.
Leaves.
And then I was like, 2 times a year it gets real bad. And then I started talking to him on my gutters, and then what I'm doing, and then I realized that he's got one earbud in.
Oh, he's not trying to listen to you, dude.
Yeah. Then I'm
trying to listen to Dave Ramsey, man. I'm just trying to get some stock tips and just some money finance tips and stuff. But hey, good luck with the pipe.
then I wander back in the backyard because I realized.
Did you catch your chest in the glare of your patio and you flex it up a little bit?
That I now am the old man that talks to the young buff guy, and I used to be the young buff guy.
I got one of those neighbors. He always tries to talk to my husband when he's out there doing yard work.
Yeah,
leave us alone.
And then usually it's the old men around my neighborhood that try to talk to me when I'm doing.
But now you're not the young hot guy.
Yeah. Now
I keep
I'm
my
the old man.
head down like I'm Larry David in a Walmart. I literally keep my head down, and even if my neighbors wave, I just look away.
You gotta talk to people.
No.
Why?
I talk enough for a living.
Exactly.
I don't need to talk to anybody else. You need to learn that.
Then I'll be friendly.
I'm friendly.
Yeah,
I'm
friendly.
extremely friendly.
Outgoing, and
I'm outgoing. Like, who's the best at small talk in our Publix guys?
You're very good.
I'm Mr. Publix.
This is a stranger.
No, I go in and I'm double.
Yeah, everybody knows him.
Yeah, and I'm like, "What's up, Chicken Tender Sally? Hey there, bakery. How them cookies?" I'm like, "What's up, meats? Come on."
Why do you do that to the rando Publix employee and not the neighbor?
And then I shimmy through
service.
And then I shimmy through the produce, and then the lightning starts when the misters, and then the misters come on, and I go, "Uh-oh, looks like a storm's coming," and then I moonwalk past the sushi
and then
guys.
you start singing wet ass produce.
Yeah, and then I go, "Arigato" to the sushi guys, and then I'm straight to the White Claw.
Every employee hates excited grocery shopper man.
They all talk. Okay, Samantha,
they hate it.
Did a young teen or young 20-year-old,
they're trained,
with dreadlocks, cool dude with cool shoes, did he not go, "Hey, what's up, man," to me? And I go, "Hey, good to see you."
Yeah.
He's like, "It's always good to see you."
He was coming in on his shift while we were leaving.
He loves me. All the young teens over there that work at Publix.
But they also, to be fair, they do think he's crazy because of that whole vaccine situation, so they try and be cool.
You mean when I almost beat up the old man?
Yeah. So they're all a little slightly scared of you.
Yeah. You're a cool old man. Old man Bart Simpson.
Old Bart?
Yeah, you're old Bart. And they're like, "Oh, that old man, he likes to just say crazy things." One time he almost got in a fight with another older guy.
It was like two old men fighting, except one looked like Bart Simpson, the other just looked like an old priest.
All right, bye-bye. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha and Butler are here. Mm-hmm. We got one foot in the turkey.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like.
Thanksgiving Day week. I know we got some Black Friday specials up at tomanddan.com right now.
Indeed.
We're just doing a little Black Friday merch sale where we bundled together some of our popular items and made it a deal for you guys. So it's limited, and I know there's not that many bundles, so definitely get them while you can.
Yeah, if you're thinking of doing it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, there's 100%. A girl's bundle, a guy's bundle, and a beach bundle. So, and it's all discounted rate. So if you're looking for gifts, go to tomanddan.com in the merch section. So
again, topic of gifts. This is a good segue.
Yeah. If you're looking for some gifts or some holiday treats, our partners at Holobox can help you out with that. And we have a bunch in studio we're going to talk to these people about, and all the different candies.
Yeah.
And well, I know that there's a lot. First of all, it's hard for me to see.
Yeah.
So
we're looking in so many different directions. As far as Tom can see right now, it appears that there are two humans, and then you guys have a young Spanish boy wearing a scarf sitting between the two of you. That's what Tom thinks it.
So,
hello.
How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, guys?
Doing okay.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you guys. Obviously, we could not go through the holidays without getting a little bit of Germany injected into our faces from our good friends at Holobox.
Yep. So what do we got today? I know that Butler brought us a bunch of candies, some beers.
My God.
We're gonna eat some stuff today and drink some beers. I have a feeling
funny is that every segment we do with Holobox is basically we just we laugh and we drink beer and then we eat delicious treats and then we just come away happy.
Yeah.
So Chef Pat, what are we looking at today?
I think the biggest Christmas tradition for us around Holobox are these two things here. The Gluhwein, which is a red wine with spices, and it's traditionally served warm. I think you guys got a bottle of that. You're not going to drink that right out of the bottle. You'd put it in like a crock pot on low or on the stove for a little bit. Just bring it to almost a steam. But with some oranges, some cinnamon, some star anise.
Nice.
And it smells like Christmas, and then that's traditionally what you drink in the Christmas markets in Nuremberg when it's cold. And then the second thing is Stollen, which is almost like German fruitcake, but it's a very dense yeast dough with marzipan, which is an almond paste going right through the middle with a bunch of dried fruits. It's got raisins and cranberries and currants and stuff like that inside, coated with powdered sugar.
And it's actually where that traditional crappy fruitcake came from. is kind of mimicking some of these European treats, but done the right way with that rolled marzipan in the center, it is actually pretty delicious.
So there's alcohol, and what is this?
Is that all you got out of that?
No.
Wow.
I mean, she'd been talking for a solid 2 minutes of all this like beautiful German, knowledge of like, okay, what makes it up? The marzipan, the almond cream, and the dried fruits, and you said, so there's alcohol.
I don't want that.
Okay. I'm with you, buddy.
There's a lot of rum that's the fruit soaks in, so yeah, there's definitely some booze in there.
And what is this called again? Is it a beer? No, not the bottle.
Yeah.
What's that? What?
Gluhwein.
And
Gluhwein.
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 Glue, like the stuff you make from a horse, and then wine, the stuff you make from grapes. Glue wine.
So
Gluhwein.
it's in the same
horses.
No horses.
classification as a wine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but you
just
drink
heat
it hot.
And it goes
It's
to your...
a spiced mulled red wine.
Yes.
I believe that mulled is the thing when it's got the spices and it's heated and served warm. Like a mulled cider has like the cinnamon and cloves and allspice, and you serve it warm. Same kind of thing, just with booze.
All right.
So, is eggnog?
You seem like this is blowing your mind a little bit.
I wonder what the if you go back the how this started, if there was a reason why, because okay, if you go back to like rum, it's like okay, you needed some sort of alcohol
that wouldn't spoil
to drink on ships and
okay, I like where you're going with this. Celebrate.
I wonder though how it's like all right, because I assume that there's other wines that you don't actually warm to drink,
like but the warm wine at Christmas time with the spices in it. I remember my mom and dad, this is a very vivid memory, I remember them dressing me in what would have been considered old world Mickey's A Christmas Carol clothing. And the adults made this wine, and then they put it in like a thing, and then we all went out caroling, and we carried the wine with us. And the adults all got basically crocked while they were singing carols and drinking this delicious, warm, spiced holiday wine.
Okay, yeah.
That was like the thing. And the kids, we had like apple cider and stuff like that. But like it was like a kind
Your
of like
childhood was like a movie. I don't know anyone that actually went out caroling.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, my mom was a music teacher, so I mean, at a church. So I mean, like, oh man, I had the scarf and the top hat, the whole nine.
And it's probably
Tiny Tim, a crutch. I had a crutch.
Also, I think it probably dates back to a time where everybody around the holidays was generally cold because it's cold as hell outside. So it's like heating and like temperature control is like a luxury of the future.
Oh, yeah.
So you actually warmed everything because you're
heat up your wine.
I'm gonna drink like it's cold as hell and inside it's always
drink
cold.
Frozen wine.
Yeah.
I will say,
aromatics. Are you going to say something?
No, I do love to sit outside, shirt off, around a fire, and drink Gluhwein when it's like 40 degrees outside. Nothing makes me feel more manly.
All right, I like that.
Okay, I like that too. That sounds fun.
So, not to talk all about alcohol, but the candies, because let's talk about and I assume they're traditional German candies, little chocolates.
Right. So the chocolates we sent you are full of booze.
Yeah, okay, yep. By the way, I'm glad Travis told me that because
my daughter came in, you were handing them to her.
I did look at them and then think to myself, I'll take them on the camping trip. I'll give them to my sons as bribes.
And then they'll fall face first in the fire. Burn their face off.
They'll sleep good the whole ride there. So we did, for the kids, we did send advent calendars for the kids.
Thank you guys.
Those are traditional. But all the other candies that Germans are known for, the Belgians are known for their chocolate, and Belgium's right next to Germany, so they get really, really good chocolate. So they take the chocolate and fill it with booze. I think I sent you guys 4 different kinds with booze. One Asbach, which is a traditional German brandy. Those are our favorites, and those sell out very fast around here. And then I think there's some newer kinds, but still along the same lines. One's mojito, one's vodka, and the other is something I don't remember.
It's assorted.
But they all have booze in them, and that's how we roll.
I like it.
Butler,
one of them's got like triple sec.
Open one of those up. I want to taste. I want to see how much booze
Here's
is
where
actually
the show starts turning.
Yeah, this is what they
Although
call.
we did eat beforehand this time, so maybe we won't get
Well,
as
I
drunk.
ate like 3 hours ago. This is
That's
what you
true.
call the Great Hollebuck Turn. You come around the corner. This is called taking the turn. All right, which one are you having?
All right, so this
Are we having? Yeah, I'll have one. Oh my God, I just broke.
this particular candy is
I got a cherry brandy.
Tried it.
I kind of want to try the cherry brandy.
Just take a cherry brandy. You know,
Or should I get
honestly,
the
guys,
amaretto?
I've seen these every holiday since I've been alive, and I'm gonna tell you a secret. I have not ever had one of
Me
these.
either.
This is the first one I've ever had.
You've been missing out.
Yeah, I think I have, and I would only do it for you guys, but so I undid mine, and you can see where they capped it.
Do they actually have enough alcohol in them for only to be sold to adults? Like, are they literally 21 and up candies?
I'm eating mine.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Here's the turn. That's the turn.
There wouldn't.
She's drunk. You asked her. She's drunk.
Oh, yeah.
No.
There's a mini shot in there.
Is it?
Yeah, mine got me right down the... Oh, my God, I'm just waiting for Butler to say something stupid in an echo voice.
Warned me up.
Oh, this vodka's good.
Uh-oh, what's happening? Why is it every time we
eat, I
start
ate
drinking?
it. I did it. I ate the thing, and I go, oh, wow, that's strong.
It tastes really good.
And then it all cut out.
And Robot Pat comes.
By the way, you know how...
Drunk robot Chef Pat.
You know how embarrassing it is as a broadcaster that I introduced at the beginning. I'm like, and these people are going to tell us.
I know, you're rude. So rude.
Well, you know why? It's because I can't think ahead.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to start looking. I'm like, we're going to talk about this. But as I'm thinking, I'm talking. So then I have to click off one.
Yeah, you can't think and talk at the same time.
No, can't. And I'm like, I think other people can. And especially other people in this business can.
Think ahead while they're talking?
Yeah.
You can't think ahead or behind.
They're only on time.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
In the moment.
By the way, my computer time is off. It's driving me crazy.
It has bothered him so bad.
I can't figure out. I'm like, this hasn't. I asked Daniel and Samantha, I'm like, has this ever happened to you in the history of time? They're like, absolutely not. I've never seen it.
Butler said, yep.
And then Butler's like, this happens to me all the time. And then I'm like, wait a minute.
He's clowning you. He's clowning you.
Yeah, no, but I think he's right. And I'm like, what is happening? Because now I assume it's me and Butler's dumbass fault that can somehow throw our computer off 4 minutes. Anyway, Chef Pat, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, sorry.
He had to go on his rant on
I like it. So we always consume the alcohol.
Yeah.
Tom goes on a rant.
Then the Hollebucks, the gods, the great German gods, are happy that we ingested the alcohol, so they smite our telephone line or our internet
connection. Yeah.
And then Robot Pat comes in, and then you say something you shouldn't on the air, and then Pat goes, "I've been listening the whole time." Every show that happens.
It's like we planned it.
Yeah.
So, Pat,
now I can buy these at your market, correct, Chef Pat?
Correct. Everything that we sent you guys, you can buy at the market.
Because that was damn good. I've never had one of those. I will say that the flavor of the cherry brandy with the chocolate is
really good.
Pretty damn good. Yeah, that is all. And the chocolate was fantastic chocolate.
I feel like we don't put alcohol in enough things as Americans, right? I feel like
we do.
Germany,
problem. Not enough alcohol.
Yeah. Like Germany's
like gas up. They encourage you to buy a beer at the gas station while you're pumping your gas and take a roadie. America, you're not allowed to look at it.
No, yeah. I don't. Yeah, it's everything's closer.
Yeah, I can't man, Butler's trying to get me to start snack drinking, and I can't be doing that.
One of those chocolates,
King Snacks over here.
I feel that. Like I'm happier, and my hands are rock solid. I mean, they are. Look at that. Look at that. Look how sturdy. Yeah, I'm good.
So, what else are we looking at in our pile of goodies?
I believe I sent. Do you guys have a giant gingerbread man?
We do.
Man, that one almost got stolen by my daughter, who was over here just a second ago.
Now, is there alcohol in this?
It doesn't appear that there is, but I would like to decorate him with a nice German beer.
Yes, so we just got these in last Thursday, and we sold almost 60% over the first weekend.
Oh my God.
So that's why I was only able to send you guys one.
Yeah.
But we have them in limited numbers, and gingerbread or Lebkuchen is a traditional spiced German cookie that you eat at Christmas time. It's, again, got those same warm spices like the cinnamon and clove and allspice.
Is it is it like historically German, the gingerbread man?
I don't know about the actual gingerbread man, but I know the actual style of cookie, and I do know that we have done something gingerbread related every year since I've started. So if it's not German, it's Theo German, and that's as good as gold to us.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chef Pat, but now Travis is laughing at my questions. Like you got any better questions? You are holding up the damn German cookie and just I hold up a German cookie. I'm gonna laugh at my boss asking a dumbass question. I fed him some alcohol candies, and now he's asking us some traditional German cookie is German, and I'm going to laugh at him in his face. I'm sorry, Chef Pat, but...
Hey, we can do a segment, Butler washes dishes at the Willow Tree on Saturday.
Yes! Now
we're talking.
Yeah, because...
But he's dressed like Krampus.
And let's talk about this, Chef Pat. He showed up at the office this morning.
I wondered if we were going to talk about it.
Okay,
of course we're talking about it. And I wasn't going to do it, but now...
I didn't think this is going to happen.
This guy's got the balls to hold up the cookie. And then I'm asking a simple question. We could have just gone by, but I have to laugh at his face and sit there and not even quite. It's not like you did it like. You're just laughing loudly at my
Christina
question.
And Chef Pat look very concerned that you are uncomfortably dressing down an employee in front of them.
No, this is part of it.
I will make you both feel better by saying that yes, Travis's job does hang in the balance. And it's all your fault.
Let's just
don't put this on them.
Let's talk about it because Travis shows up in the morning and then tells,
bye.
I wasn't even here yet.
He's like, hey guys, how was your weekend, Dad? I was like, nothing special. How was yours? He's like, just a kind of a chill weekend. Mom and Dad are in town. No big deal. Folks, I'll be right back. And then he walks outside,
right.
never to be seen again.
That's accurate.
Yeah. So then I show up and then I'm like, hey. Then I do my thing. I sit down. I'm going.
Well, you always walk in.
Going
and you
through
make
the
us
paperwork.
we have to sing that stupid song you like us to sing to start the day, and then we have to do some sort of weird.
How dare you call the
military pledge? We do some military pledge where then we're goose stepping around the office in some sort of thing for you.
It's Sea Org inspired.
It's very, very L. Ron Hubbard.
I put on my captain's hat.
His teeth fall out.
I sneeze my teeth out, and then Samantha puts on my robe. What's weird about that?
So Butler is gone, and I go, as he's leaving, I go,
Tom asked where he went, and me and Dan we don't know. We thought he went outside to grab something out of his car or something.
And then Sam goes, he's usually on the phone with a family member that needs help.
So then we sat there for another 10 minutes, and then we get a text from Butler like, hey,
nobody says, for transparency, I'm in Georgia picking up some soccer balls.
He's like, full transparency. I'm like,
that's not transparent.
Full transparency is telling me why you're leaving, not being afraid to tell me you're leaving, then leaving and then going, just happened to be in Hollabox. I'll just swing through and pick up the stuff I left.
Yeah, but you know what happened? He remembered he was supposed to go to Hollabox on the way here.
I don't even think that. I think he saw it on the calendar when he sat down at his desk.
Well, no, that's what I mean when he got here.
You can ask him. He is here.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he remembered that he was supposed to go by Hollabox and pick up all this stuff for the segment today when he saw the Hollabox on the schedule. So then he got here and then he's like, oh no, I forgot. And then he said, I'll be right back, which insinuates that you just left something in your car.
Right.
And
that's assuming.
Then you're gone for 25 minutes. And then you freak out because you're like, I underestimated how long it takes.
Well, that's what you do.
To Sanford and back.
That's why there's Tony Baloney
That's
brothers.
what Baloney's do.
Yeah.
And then while he's at Hollabox, he texts us full transparency. I forgot I was supposed to go to Hollabox. Well, it's too late now. You've already got yourself into a web of lies. And
I spun no webs of lies.
Sorry, guys. I feel like this is very
This should have been off air.
That was hilarious.
And I blame the candies because as soon as I had that one rum candy, it's all I was like, who cares? I'm going to say the truth.
So when you guys are working in the market or maybe the restaurant, do you guys have employees that don't tell you the full truth and then go outside? I'm trying to spin this into something we can
think that we don't know, like those children that you know that they're lying because of your parents. It's the same thing.
The most important thing is if I meet you at the back door and say, let's go for a walk before you get in the building, you don't want to have that walk outside.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's why I waited till you walked away, Pat.
By the way, all bad employees that are listening to this, when you show up anywhere at your job or your place of employment and they're waiting for you, just leave. Because if they're waiting for you, it's never good. They're not waiting for you to hold up a giant novelty check and be like, congratulations. It's always bad.
There's no cakes.
And in fact, just go ahead and assume you're going to be fired and save everybody's time and hassle.
Or if you get an email asking me to meet you at Sam Sneed's.
Chef Pat knows.
He knows the Sam Sneed.
I'm glad you brought that up, Chef Pat, because why would anybody go there? If they say in the email, meet me at Sam Sneed's, just assume you're being fired.
You got to know.
Yeah, you know what's happening.
Don't go there for the awkward, you're trying to gag down your scallops.
I'll eat a free steak 10 times out of 10.
It tastes worse, though.
I can't eat a Caesar salad when I know I'm getting fired.
Yeah.
I can't.
You're
and
worried
even
about
worse,
too much.
Chef Pat, I'll give you the real. I certainly can't eat a Caesar salad when they're asking me to be Buckethead's new producer. I just can't do it. I can't gag it down.
You could be off air right now, too. It's okay.
No matter what, just full transparency, can't do it. Okay. But this is all great stuff, man. And I got to say, the first time having a chocolate with booze in it, I think I prefer my chocolate with booze in it. It's yummy.
Definitely.
So, you guys, I don't know. Mal,
let's talk about this beer. Let's talk about this beer.
Yeah.
Butler told me this, and I don't know how to say it, guys. Butler, what is that one called?
This is a
Eisbach.
Schneider Weiss Eisbach. It's Aventinus. It's an amazing beer.
Yeah, so Chef Pat, what makes this particular beer super duper special around holiday time?
Yeah, it's a super high ABV. It's got a nice flavor profile. Doppelbocks in general have a higher ABV, but the Eisbach is more of a winter style. It's more concentrated. It's got a higher ABV. It's got that clovey, banana-y taste to it.
Okay.
Just lends really well to winter. And it's, like I said, I like to hear you guys after a nice high test. So...
Well, I gotta say, right off the top of smelling this particular beer, it definitely has a holiday an aroma, and it smells really, really yummy. Banana clove. I'll go with it, man. Look, you guys never steer me wrong. That's kind of like our buddy Freddie, who I think just went out to eat at your restaurant.
He did, yeah.
He likes to just go there and basically you guys just tell him what to eat, and I kind of like that too. Just you're not gonna.
Good.
I enjoy that. If you ever don't know, just ask for me, and if I'm here, I'll come tell you what you should have.
It really, and nothing there's bad. So you just go in there and just say just give me the thing, and they'll set you up right. But anyway, I think he's been doing the Jägerschnitzel. I think that's what he's been doing a lot of. Okay, I'm going in.
This tastes like Christmas. I tasted it, looked up at Santa Claus's mustache, and they're like, this tastes like Santa Claus's mustache. This is like Christmas.
This is great, guys. Yeah, this one, but I can feel it, and that I can guess what's the ABV on that because that sounds sneaky.
This is pretty high. This is 12%.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And the way they get it so high, it's actually ice. I think it's a freeze fermentation. So they actually, while they're making it, they freeze it, and the water separates kind of from the alcohol. They shave off a bit of the water, making it a little more.
Distilled beer almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's got a beer flavor,
but this is a strong sipping beer.
Yeah, this is a sneaky. This is a sneaky beer.
It'll catch up.
I can feel it.
Schlitz.
So
that one's tasty, guys.
Now, again, everything we're talking about
can be purchased, I believe, either at the restaurant or namely at the market, correct?
Right, Magnolia Square Market. Everything that we sent you guys came from. We put your little care package together, plus a bunch of more great beers. We just got some new wines in, some ice wines in, which we've had a limited selection before, which is, to me, I like a nice, sweet, concentrated wine after desserts with holiday meals. So lots of options.
I love
we had really fun, good time sampling all the different ice wines until we chose the one that we liked.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
You know what my problem with advent calendars is?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, my
we
God.
gotta actually go. We're out of time.
Guys,
we can't do another pop-pop.
Guys, you almost, I'm not going to do this to you, and Sam's right. We do have to go.
Yeah, we do.
You almost got a dose of the Turn Plus. Because he's drinking that beer, and he almost gave you, what's wrong with advent calendars? GD, dude, is there anything wrong with advent calendars? They're for fun. What is wrong with you?
The last day the end should be the most spectacular prize, like the biggest and most delicious thing or something super unique, and it usually turns out to be just like it was the day before, or like, and it's like, I got to the end, it should be some grandiose, like...
No, but life doesn't always give you...
The Advent calendar is the birth of the Lord, and there's nothing more grandiose than that.
I agree.
I was just saying, put an extra special prize at the last...
Somebody wants the biggest chocolate to be last. I mean, some of us are completely okay with just birth of Christ.
Put the most rare one... or like some gold flakes, anything.
Yeah,
in
put
there.
some gold flakes on baby Jesus.
Or just make it so like, the last one is a crazy special. It's got the most ornate decorations. It's got booze in it, something.
Okay,
THC.
I got you.
Anyway.
I said I'd protect you guys from that. I did not, and I apologize.
No, but thank you guys for all our treats today for the Advent calendar.
By
the way, my both my sons love Advent calendars, and it'll make
it's a religion in our family.
It'll make their month because they wake up and they're like, "Oh yeah!" It's like a surprise every day.
Yeah, it's better than my daughter typically wants to open the Advent calendar before she's even given me a good morning hello. Again, all of this stuff, if you want to celebrate, you can go there to the market, pick it all up there. Why not do it while you're getting dinner?
Yeah,
that's what I would do. Kill two birds.
And if you get dinner, ask for our Tom and Dan German sausage pins. They're free. They're me and Daniel as tiny German sausages. Those are available at Hollabox at the restaurant.
Indeed.
So just ask your waiter or waitress for one. I know I'm that.
I feel a little hot.
Yeah, the beer got me. At
I'm
the end.
starting to sweat a little bit.
And I believe you still have some pint glasses at the market, correct? Or are they all gone?
Have a few pint glasses left at the market. Definitely, I've got another few hundred probably. Pens from you guys.
Nice.
But I gave out a good dozen this week. Ask for me. I like to personally give them out just because I like to say hi to everybody. So
dig it.
Awesome.
Well, we love you guys.
Last night because we celebrated Sofa and Suds that would have been, and we watched our video from last year and did a trophy presentation. But we definitely had a lot of Tom and Dan supporters last night.
Oh, that's great, man.
That's cool. Yeah, no, it's super.
What a bummer, right?
Yeah, over the weekend, I know the CBE group did a virtual beer fest that raised a bunch of money for Yellow Brick Road. We appreciate it, but I did think on Sunday I was like, man, I would have been at Sofa and Suds downtown Sanford. It's bizarre. We'll be there next year.
Yeah, we'll make it. We'll figure something out if we have to get somebody to write a video game. We all play it on Twitch. Sofa Race video game. We'll figure something out. But guys,
it gives us more time to engineer a better couch to beat Audi.
Yes. I know.
I know, right?
By the way,
hey, at least it's German.
Yeah, someone needs to actually step up and beat them so they don't just win every single year. I feel like we tried, but we're what are we? We can't do nothing.
No.
I can't even host this show. Yeah. You expect us to build a couch?
I didn't realize until just this moment that we were talking to Chef Pat and Christina from Hollabox. Like I didn't know what was happening. I had no clue what was happening. But guys, we love you. Happy holidays. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving with everything, and I'm looking forward to the next time we get to do the legendary Hollabox turn.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.
All right, y'all. Give everybody some love. Give Theo some love. We'll talk to you soon. They are so fun. My God.
Yeah, you don't understand how embarrassing it is for me to not be able to, do this job like other people do it.
I thought you did fine. You just got thrown off by a piece of chocolate with some booze in it. No big deal.
No, not that part. It's just I can't go, smooth transition.
Yeah.
Just I feel I'm like, you should be able to do this, no problem, and then make it weird.
Sometimes I do.
Why do I make it weird?
Why do either of us make it weird? We're weirdos.
Yeah, that's the point. Oh, bye-bye. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producers here. Butler's in the other room. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Mm-hmm. So, I was just going to call up my buddy the Grizz and talk to him about...
We've been wanting to talk to the Grizz for a minute.
Yeah, and he's in the reserves, and he's got to do one last deployment before he actually retires, I think.
This is his big...
Either that or they're sending him a bunch of times to try to get all the value out of him.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Every bit of juice out of that guy.
I think it's his last deployment.
And what does he do again?
I don't know.
He works at like the way that you describe what he does. He's in the Air Force and he works at a T-Mobile cell phone kiosk inside the Army base.
Yeah. Something. Yeah.
He sells cell phones, right?
It's whatever it is. It's not interesting enough for me or any of our friends.
I keep asking you guys.
It's something
because I'm only friends with Grizz because you introduced me to him, and I keep asking you guys for somebody to tell me what he does.
Whatever it is, it's wasted a lot of our taxpayer money.
Yes,
and I think it's something with radio, and I'm like, radio. Why are they using radio?
That's what you did.
I know, and I have no idea, but. Then I thought, well, we need a weird job. So what if we talk to...
Work smarter, not harder.
The Grizz about being in the reserves. Because I honestly don't even know that much about it.
Me neither. And I have a lot of buddies that are in the reserves.
And all I know is that every, I forgot, it was once a month he's got to do a week where he goes to some base and jogs around.
What, though?
I don't know.
Jogs?
I think he jogs around.
I have always assumed, and this is where and I know that that's a bad thing to do. I have always assumed that you practice the things that you're going to need to do to defend the country, because that's
the reserves go before the draft, right? Like before you draft.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Me, Butler, Chungus, a bunch of that's your last
like a volunteer fire department.
You guys are too old anyway.
Yo, you don't want me running out there. Oh God!
I know, but that's what they did.
Look, it's Leprechaun in the Hood. He's got a gun.
That's what they did in Vietnam. Right? They started draft. Like you watched the TV and you had to go, and it was Chungus.
Yeah, but there is no draft.
I know. It doesn't seem like
they're like, we need able-bodied. Chungus, get out there.
Yeah.
He blows him right in half. I mean, he's literally right on a minefield.
He's got no training and he's scared.
He's like, what do I do? I'm peeing my pants. Just run for the minefield.
They're killing him. Anyway, so I think the reserves are there before we have to send a bunch of Chunguses. I don't know, but I know the Grizz probably doesn't know either.
No.
He's on
the line. But you need a Weird Job Wednesday theme song.
Yeah, this is a Weird Job.
All right, so here is your Weird Job Wednesday theme song. Joey got wind of us again playing his piano tunes. He likes to do songs that should never be played on piano for Weird Job, and he's going to continue to do it. It's now his thing because Tom hated it, so here we go.
Because it doesn't have to be good to be funny.
There you go.
Hit it.
Wednesday, coming on my radio. Tom and Dan are on, so it must be a Weird Job show. Butler's probably leaving, he's gone to get high. As long as Sam is there, the show will likely still get by. So it's a Weird Job Wednesday, so Tom and Dan show. No. It's a Weird Job Wednesday, so Tom and Dan show. 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 It's a Weird Job.
Okay, I can't do anymore.
Wow!
I started having a fever dream, and then I started to hallucinate.
Yeah.
And the voices were telling me to do things, but hey, keep them coming because I love them.
You're right. That should not be played on piano.
Yeah, but he told me that in his email. He said, "Yes, I did a Rancid song. Don't care." And I'm like, "I love you. I love you, Joey."
It's too much work to be that good.
His fingers are just flying.
You turn a Rancid song into an instrumental.
It's like a weird show tune.
You learned how to play it on piano, and you're singing it live. It's too much work.
And there was like a weird, soft British accent there.
Yeah. And he's like, Tommy, Dan show. It's kind of fun to say.
I am going to get that stuck in my head now.
We'll probably, you and I are the singers around here. We'll be singing it all day. Thank you, though, Joey.
It's like you had the best chef in the world cook me a doo-doo pie. You put 10 hours into the doo-doo pie.
He was layering his vocals. It's too much, Joey. You're too nice of a man. All right. On the line with us is your friend and mine, Grizz. We don't know what he does.
What's going on, Grizz?
Hey, what's going on?
You sound busy. Did we catch you at a bad time?
What time is it in Qatar right now? Should I even say that? I don't know what you're allowed.
Geraldo. Why didn't you draw him a map in the sand?
Oh.
Jeez. Why don't you just give them the 4-digit code for the gate?
9:15 at night.
9:15?
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So...
Are you on, like, night watch? Are you up in the tower?
So or are you just, like, drinking?
No. I wish it was drink. We can't drink out here right now.
Oh.
He did. Well, maybe I shouldn't ask. Shouldn't say it, but he's like, send me some booze, and I'm like, you got it. Then
you can't send me booze. You have to send me vodka-soaked tampons.
I'm like, this is gonna get you in the brig or something, right? Or get me in trouble. Like, I don't know.
I don't even know. Does he even have a brig, or is he like more in an IT department?
Yeah.
And they're like, just go to the break room, you idiot.
So, Zach, let's go back to the beginning here because I decided to turn this into a Weird Job Wednesday where we talk about being in the reserves because I feel like most people don't even know what that means.
We just proved that because we asked the question. I see them up here at there's a facility right on the way to our studio.
Yeah.
And they got all the Army, it looks like caravan vehicles, personnel carriers, a couple of tanks. They got some stuff.
Yeah, I remember I told the Grizz, I was like, because when all the hurricanes and like I think he was in the reserves when Katrina hit, and I was like, are you going to be deployed out there to be like hurricane relief? He's like, no, I don't do that. I'm like, what do you do?
What do you do?
I thought that's what you do.
Well, he's sitting in a Red Cross like hut with air conditioning blowing on him, and he's just like answering the phone.
So let's go back to the reserves. So you did how many years in the Air Force?
I got 18 and a half.
The real Air Force, before you went into reserves.
I have about 8.5 years active duty.
Okay.
Right. Wow.
So then...
And thank you for that, Grizz. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
No,
he doesn't even care. He doesn't even care.
He knows. I told him he's wasting.
He's laughing at me, thanking him.
It's actually hindered our country. I'm sorry, Grizz. We all talk about it.
He was the first one to bring it up.
I was like, what are they doing? Don't send him. We all think like this. With all my Miami friends, we all don't understand how any of us...
Grizz gets the most heat.
Turkey legs, like a really good mechanic. We're like, no way. This guy doesn't... We've seen him in real life, and then...
he's not that good.
Porno Joe is a paramedic. I'm like, no! Don't send him to save anybody. We all know.
No.
Yeah, but see...
The only thing Porno Joe would do if I were in a car accident is cut my panties off.
And by the way, the Grizz and all my Miami friends are like, you are somehow in charge of running a business? No!
They mean you.
Yes, no.
Oh, yeah.
They're like,
I know what they say to me. They're like, you're still keeping it in line, right? I'm like,
Well, they say that Daniel's the funny one. What are you doing?
No, they tell me, they're like...
You're doing the business part? No!
They're like, we don't know how you work with him. He's so stupid.
So the idea, Grizz, so you didn't, instead of staying in full time, you go reserves. That way you could still, because you did 8 years, and you're like, if you do 20, you get that sweet retirement.
Good for you, man.
But I don't know what and so I imagine it's less in the reserves than if you were full time.
Yeah. So I'll get retired. Like I'll retire in a year and a half. Collect when I'm like 55, 57, something like that.
Oh, you'll never live that long.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, I know. But that's why.
Yeah.
I grew up with you. You poisoned yourself.
Hank and Charlie are going to live nicely.
Do they get it?
I mean, that's why your hair is bright white.
They get it.
The Grizz, when I used to live with the Grizz in college.
I hope they get it.
And I also love your son's names. You named him after like the two most reliable drinking buddies any man could ever have.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like when you say their names, I get proud and I'm like want to take my hat off and just like hug.
Two old men names.
I'm gonna just go hang out with them.
Yeah.
Go hang out with Hank.
Yeah, so
hang out with Charlie.
Yeah, Hank and Charlie. You did name your kids
after drinking buddies. I like beer. Stinky likes beer. Charlie likes beer. Hank brews his own beer. God damn it!
So, but anyway, when I used to live with the Grizz in college, every morning he would cough blood into the sink. And we'd hear him hacking and wake the whole house up. We're like, oh God, he's coughing every morning. No way to live into retirement. And anyway,
it took like 10 years after I quit smoking to quit hacking up like that.
Ooh, Chris, that's not good, man.
Yeah. That's definitely
it's
knocks
not.
off the old retirement
I
fund.
mean, I don't think any smoker. I was a smoker. I never had that.
So, okay, let's talk about reserves.
Every morning.
Grizz, okay, so
Maybe you can walk us through a weekend jaunt.
Okay,
Yeah, what's your day-to-day?
well, because I know you're in the Middle East, but before you had to go to 1 week in a month. How did that work?
Yeah, so like 1 week in a month and like 2 weeks out of the year. So they pick like a 2-week span, like in the middle of the year sometime for you to do like a long training session.
So
like a weekend. So I'll show up like 6 a.m. on Saturday, and usually you hang out and talk with people.
Hang out and
talk. Till lunchtime, and everyone wants to go to lunch, and you guys go to a nice hour.
Wait, so you show up at 6 a.m. and you BS until lunch, and then you go to Applebee's?
That's this job.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's
what
every
we
job,
do.
but that's the reality.
You do a podcast?
So the weekend, did you have to put some boots on and run or something?
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Like a pack
Were you
on.
shooting?
I gotta wear a uniform, and then we'll after lunch we'll do a few little things here or there, and then like
what does that mean?
We'll go.
What are a few little things?
We'll do some training or
what
something
training?
like that.
Training of what? Nobody know you do nothing, do you?
Of course not.
It's starting to sound like you're trying to justify what you do. And Samantha keeps grilling you like
there's no details. It's all generic.
Katie Couric over here. She's giving you the hard questions.
I quit trying to justify what I did like 4 or 5 years ago.
Come on.
Now I just show up.
So, okay. This Lynn...
It sounds like it's just a hangout weekend, right?
It's not bad. Then you get to go drinking with a bunch of guys you haven't seen and gals you haven't seen in a month. And
why isn't everybody in the reserves?
Yeah, but it is good. Now, to his credit, it is good to rekindle those relationships and make sure you still have camaraderie.
This moment right now of him talking to us from the Middle East, because...
Ooh, how much does this cost?
Yeah. So,
are you on a government line? Oh, man, we're wasting money, aren't we?
So, okay, rewind about a year ago. I think it was I saw the Grizz. He came and stayed with us right before COVID. And
well, he was patient zero. Right? Like, I mean, in
fact,
I thought it originated with the Grizz family.
Tommy got sick after that, and everybody got sick.
Yeah,
and
that's when your son had a 3-month fever. Right?
Yeah, we were convinced that Grizz brought us COVID. We didn't know if Tommy and Max had it or all. Anyway, still don't know. But I think we debunked that because the Grizz's wife is a nurse and she's got antibody tests, and so apparently never had it. But so before that, Grizz was telling us he's like, man, I got to be deployed. And when did you get deployed? September?
Yeah. Yep.
And when he was
beginning of September.
And at that time, I mean, all my Miami friends are now either in their 40s or damn near close to
families and kids.
Everybody's got kids now, and we're all basically settling into old men. And when we all heard that, we're like, "You gotta go, deployed," and we're like, "Oh man!" Like, how many months? You're like, how many months are you there?
8.
8 months. We're like,
wow.
8. You got a newborn, and then I'm like, whoa! And then it hit us. We're like, wow, that's rough to have to be deployed.
Rough. I don't want you to say anything that you're not allowed to say here, but is it necessary for you to be deployed for 8 months right now? Are you doing something?
Being away from your family.
Are you doing something?
Can you imagine being away from your family?
No.
Oh my god!
Because here's and obviously,
I think it's not necessary for 30% of the people out here to be deployed.
Well, what is going on? This is a waste of government money.
Yeah, well, you got to look. We were invested in it. You got to do some stuff,
infrastructure and stuff. And this is my kind of my point too. Also, I want to talk about the how you had to go quarantine in a base for 2 weeks before you left.
Too.
And I want to talk about
we were in quarantine for 5 weeks.
Oh, 5 weeks. So. Here's the thing. So I'll paint the picture of what the Grizz looks like. The Grizz is a year older than me, but he's got, I think from genetics and bad living, his hair exploded white. It's a whole...
It's bright white like a Phil Donahue.
yeah, he's got complete white old man hair.
He looks like Tim Allen, the Santa Claus.
Yeah, and I remember that one. He's
a handsome man though, but just bright white Donahue hair.
Grizz, when did your hair start turning white? It was in your 20s, right, or something?
Yeah, it was like right at the end of high school, 20s.
Did you ever
Wait, you were still in high school in your 20s?
Yeah, did you ever think about dyeing it? Did you ever think about like dyeing it black or something?
No.
That looks good, though.
But it went from blonde to white.
Which is okay.
It's
I feel
easier
like
transition.
You can pull off the white hair.
Which would you rather have? Would you rather be good-looking guy whose hair goes bright white when you're 19? Or would you rather be okay-looking guy whose hair falls out at 18 where you have that scraggly...
No, white. You go white.
White.
Yeah. I'd rather have the white hair, too.
Than the Costanza,
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is
Looks like
because...
an old bird's nest.
Am I right or wrong to believe that you're probably around a bunch of young guys in their 18 and 20s?
Yeah, you're an old man.
Like, to them, are you the old man, the grizzled old man that is around a bunch of
Rambo to them.
19-year-old kids?
So that's the weird thing in the reserves and the guard. There's a lot of people that stay in the reserves and guard till they're like 50 and 60. Like, there's old ass people out here, like 55 plus, like almost 60, and they stay in the guard because it's for whatever reason, I don't know. But so I'm one of the older guys, but I'm like upper middle.
Okay. So now that brings me to what are the benefits? Because I'm looking at it now, Grizz, and I got to tell you, 8 months away from my family over in the Middle East.
That's pretty bad.
It seems like if someone's like,
that's
well,
definitely a sacrifice,
hey,
for sure.
I'm going to give you some discounted health care for the rest of your life, but you got to spend 8 months away from your family. I'd be like, no, thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
I mean, you got to offer me a big price for this inconvenience.
You want to make it worth their while, right?
Yeah. And and it's one thing if you're actually literally, boots on the ground, kicking in some doors, killing some terrorists because you're like actually saving America or keeping our freedom. But when you're over there in Qatar doing God knows what, some paperwork.
Like, what have you done today, Grizz?
Yeah,
Like,
what was your day today?
Today.
So
today I went to the gym this morning, and then
do that here.
Went into work.
What's work?
This is what like a yoga teacher does, right? Like, she gets up, she works out, then she goes into her studio. Her hubby's propping it up.
Now, I realize it's limited on what you could say, because I did say that. I don't want to get you, like, if I have to explain to your wife, like, yeah, but he's in military prison now because of our dumbass show.
Well, what, because he said he went to the gym?
No, I don't know. You start saying
Is that the secret?
Because the Grizz will start telling us about some radio equipment that's
He
top
did that
secret.
one time. Remember, he did that one time. He started telling a story, and he's like, I don't know if I can say this. And I'm like, you're on their line. What are you doing?
He's on his personal cell phone. That's the thing. I was like, do I call your number?
He's just got his iPhone in his pocket. He's in Qatar, and he's just bubble, bejeweled crazy?
Yeah. They have towers up there that it's the same as calling the United States, right, in the base?
Yeah. I mean, it's like Qatar's like a it's getting there, like a first world-ish country. They got cell phone towers, and they got everything. They got LTE,
and they got gyms, apparently.
Is there anything that you're doing a robot can't do, or some? Do they have to?
Robots don't need to go to the gym, which is pretty awesome.
Do they have to actually bring you?
So that would be one.
But do they have to actually fly you out there and put you up? I imagine you're staying. They're feeding you every day.
My day. So I'm in charge of the communications section. So when he's in...
No! He's in charge? Oh, my God. I thought he was just there.
Wait a minute.
He's in charge. No wonder you get to go to the gym.
Hold on. Is there someone underneath? Like, do people
all
salute
the
you?
robots are underneath him. He's in charge of the robots.
Does someone have to salute you? What's your... do you have a rank of some sort?
Yeah, I'm a master sergeant.
Master Sergeant. That sounds awesome.
That sounds too high.
Yeah, come on.
Hold on. What? Did you
You're not a Master Chef Junior, let alone you are nothing.
Did you get through Sergeant, then go to Master Sergeant, or does it skip all the way to Master Sergeant? How does that work?
No, you go up in rank.
All right. So,
what do you mean?
Are you in a bubble bath right now? I hear a bubble bath.
I like that the guy that's in charge of communications says, "What do you mean?" He doesn't even know what you're asking.
It's their love language.
So you're
I love you, Grizz. I miss the hell out of you, man.
Are you working in
I think the Grizz has just been grifting under the radar.
Leave
you know
him
what
alone.
I mean?
He's almost out.
Are you working in a cubicle? Are you out? Do you have to step in sand? Is there sand?
That's good.
Do you hold a gun at all? Is there a gun anywhere near you now?
So like we went last time in 2016, and that time we traveled around a lot, and we went to a bunch of different places, and that was and we set up communications for the places we were going, and we went to quite a few different countries and job sites, but this time because of Corona, we can't really. A lot of the countries are locking everything down and making you quarantine if you go there, you leave there. So we haven't gone anywhere yet. So we're just sticking around here.
You're just not doing anything.
No, wait. So you
why deploy you during a pandemic if you can't go?
I just want to finish this. So you got your gym time in.
Uh-huh.
What was after the gym?
So we just maintain all the communications for the people that are here.
Wait a minute. Is that just me walking by my computer and go, yep, still on?
You good?
Is that when you looking up the tower and you're like, all right.
Still on. Red light's beacon.
The light's on.
It's like me picking up my cell phone and then it going, facial recognition worked, and I'm like, all right, it's still there. It's
open
good.
line of communication.
Confirmed.
Are you soldering something? Is there sand? Is there giant
physical work?
Tom wants you to have a gun out at the ready. He wants you to be soldering something. Then the bad guys break down the door. Then you have to pick up your gun and fend them off while you're soldering.
Is there any? Do you load your weapon? Do you have a loaded weapon?
Any close calls at all?
Not here in Qatar, no.
Okay.
No, not this time.
So I imagine computers are doing most of this. Like when you say you maintain.
He's looking at the computer. Somebody's got to put the plug in the wall, Tom.
Why couldn't you just do this from here? Like we have global communication.
That's what my wife says to me.
I have people from different countries trying to scam me at all hours of the day, and it doesn't stop them from working. They don't have to be in Orlando.
They work remotely.
Yeah. Is there any specific? Is there any?
We still don't know what he does.
Do you have to go? You remember in Jurassic Park? Okay, let's talk about this. Remember in Jurassic Park when the system shut down, and then they said, "Hey, there's the one a master override switch. It's in this little bunker, and we have to get there." And then
they always put it in the most inconvenient place.
And then you have to go across the jungle, and then
so our switch is in Qatar. I got you.
They're in the jungle.
Is there any switch?
He's got it. That's right.
Wait a minute. So you're in charge of protecting the jungle switch?
No.
We sit by that switch and pump it whenever we need to.
So you are sitting next to a jungle switch, and you're pumped up from the gym, ready to pull it if need be.
If need be.
All right.
So
he convinced me.
So okay, let's go back to the benefit of being in the reserves. What do you get when it's all said and done? You said there's some sort of retirement when you're at retirement age. That's when. But do you get health benefits forever? Let's go through the actual benefit.
Fair enough.
Of being in the reserves.
He doesn't know.
It's got to be big, right?
I have a feeling this is a case of doesn't know what he does, doesn't know what he gets for not knowing what he does.
He knows. He's nowadays clowning us now.
I also feel like you don't know what he does, but he also has no idea what you do or what you're doing right now.
Yeah, he knows it's something this. He's it's on something.
Do you know his real name?
But seriously, you get. What do you get?
We'll get a pension when you hit 55 or 60, and then the health benefits. The health benefits right now during the month for my family, it's $200.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's
take
full,
that, Tom.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah,
you got to go to the doctor every week to get your amphetamine solved.
Full cost, no discount.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's all right.
And it's really good. Like when we had our kids, I think we paid in total. We paid like $300 for 2 kids.
Whoa,
that's a good price for 2 kids.
Yeah.
And we had to spend. Yeah. So I mean, like, and what else?
So the pension, what is that? What dollar amount do you get once you turn 55 a month? Is it good enough to be in the situation you are now, away from your family, do the duties?
Kind of bored, yeah.
Obviously, they can call you up at any time. Obviously, okay, if you're in the reserves, is the deal that you could be called up at any time, right?
Yeah.
So that's...
So we get called up, we didn't get called up for... Katrina, but I wasn't near there. But we got called up for the hurricanes that hit over on the East Coast in North Carolina, and a handful of the guys went down to.
See, that's why I think it's a big deal because you're always on.
Did you get to shoot any looters or anything?
Oh my God!
Well, that's where we have guns. Or did you have to?
I do feel like if you go out and you've been put in the field with a gun. I'm not saying you used it. If you get put in the field and then they go through and they're like, did you use your gun? No, we didn't have to use our guns. All right, well, we have some old horses out here, and we're going to let you just kind of rip through them with your machine guns just to get it out so we don't have any problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, go back there. I tied 5 horses to these stumps.
They're old, though.
Yeah, you could just go out there.
Machine gun them out.
Yeah, just blow their legs off.
So, as far as
I don't believe in that, by the way.
The pension. Back to the pension. How much? $500 a month? $1,000 a month? What are we talking here?
You missed a good tell me.
I haven't done them. It's probably going to be like $2,500
a month,
something like that.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Now,
and you're gonna
hold on.
And you're gonna.
That's probably not true.
And you're gonna be working.
That's true.
And you can work once you're
That's complete lie.
You can get a fun job, right? Like you can work at like a Sam Ash in the drum department and still get your military pension, right? And you can be like cool. You can work in the guitar section of something.
I feel like if you're actually full time for 20 years, you get. But in the reserve, if you do like a little bit and then the reserves, then I give you $2,500.
You think he's spreading it out?
I'd make more than that if I was full time.
Yeah.
If I'd stayed.
So
what's your job going to be after this?
So, I mean, this unit that I'm at, like, we do construction. So, a lot of the time that I don't really know much about the communication side. I've just been doing it for a while. So they put me in charge of it.
What?
Oh my God. See, all you have to do is listen to what he says and you'll get the full picture.
We're just working construction out there. What does that
I don't even know what's happening. I've never been more confused about what you do, Chris.
I don't know much about communication, so they put me in charge of it?
No, he also said he does construction, which, you do construction communication? Like,
That's a walkie-talkie.
Like, hey, bring me some 2x4s. We're building a barracks. Like what?
So the unit the unit that I'm with, the whole group of people that I'm with, we build buildings and pour runways and stuff like that.
All right.
So
that's
you're
what
in
our mission
construction.
is. That's what the whole unit is. And my portion of that is the communication side. So like when we go different sites, I'll set up the communication for for people to be able to get on the internet or talk back or get on radios or stuff like that.
Is this equivalent to the guy that deters traffic and the they put Johnson on traffic duty?
Oh, the sign.
Just flip the sign where it's caution, slow or stop. I think that's. I mean,
is that what we've determined?
So now you're in Qatar. Do you get? I want to find out about your weekends, Grizz.
Weekends in Qatar is one of my favorite children's books.
So, is it when you're in this situation? Is it similar to a 9 to 5 where you have your work hours, then your off time, and during your off time, what can you do? Can you go off the base? Can you roam around Qatar? No.
Oh, that sucks.
No, not now because of the COVID.
Right,
we can't leave base. And they kind of shut everything down as far as being able to hang out in different spots. And so you used to be able to kind of go, there's some areas to go play pool or ping pong or go to the gym, stuff like that. But
don't you guys have like a food court with an Outback to go or?
No. We got like I think what do they got here? They got an Arby's.
Yeah, they got the meats.
They got a Burger King.
God, it smells like a Qatar Arby's in here.
What kind of meats do you got?
What do you kids?
All of them.
What do you kids can't be the same?
Yeah. That's it.
What is this?
So
that's a lot bigger sandwich than I remember.
You got Arby's, Burger King, Pizza Hut.
So are you just stuck in the base? What are you doing for fun? Are you you got TV to watch and the internet, and then and then you hang out with a bunch of other military dudes?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, you play cards and ping pong and basketball
and get Arby's diarrhea. It's just like here. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, what's wrong with Bill? Oh, he ate the big Qatar. It's the double-decker roast beef sandwich.
Hold on. Now I'm kind of getting flipped here because that was like
back in?
8-month vacation.
No, he just goes and eats fast food and plays ping pong with his bros.
Yeah, for a while, I was like, oh my God, how miserable! You got to go to the Middle East and do 8 months away from.
Dude, he's got his personal cell phone. He can play video games. He can watch TV. He's eating Arby's.
You're just hanging out and playing ping pong.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to.
He's like, you know what? I think I want a big Montana. And he walks over and he gets a big Montana.
My wife talked to you.
Do they have curly fries in Qatar?
My wife talked to your wife the other day, and she is struggling with a newborn and a toddler.
Yeah.
She's trying. She is barely getting by with the.
She's drowning, man.
In the COVID, she's a nurse.
Yeah.
In a COVID unit.
With a newborn.
With a newborn and a toddler by herself.
And you're the director of communication in a construction company next to an Arby's in Qatar.
I contend you do more for a country helping her than what you're doing now in Arby's.
Wait, did we determine he works at Arby's?
Yeah, we determined that he works at the Air Force's Qatar Arby's. It's Qatarby's.
Yes. I want a Qatarby's shirt.
Do you work at Qatarby's, sir? Welcome to Qatarby's, the home of Hospitaliano.
I think you'd be doing more for America by helping your nurse wife who's dealing with a COVID unit than ping pong and Arby's and Qatar.
Nurse, single mom,
100%
working in COVID unit with newborn. Oh my God!
You think you could tell your commanding officers, like, hey, come on, what am I really doing here? I could do this from home.
And you're like, I think I'll go get a Jamocha shake.
I tried working that. I was like, look, I can't deploy this time. My wife's a nurse on the COVID unit. I can't. I'll be, come on. I tried working that.
Come on.
Wow, you really
good at communications.
Now, if that's exactly how you said it, you gave him the hard sell, man. I'm surprised you went that crazy aggro on him. Yeah. That's almost like taking your job into your own hands, going that sideways on him.
He's part of the debate team in Killian High School. I was a master.
Hey, General, I mean, come on,
man.
They did not care.
I can't go because of the thing, and all right, I guess I'll go. What if the Arby's still has potato cakes?
So, let's talk about the 2 weeks or the 5 weeks you were in a base doing your, quarantine
training.
Your training.
Oh well,
What did you have to do there? And what kind of training did you do? Did you jump on the log, under log, over log?
Oh,
did
hard.
you crawl under the barbed wire? Like anything?
They did. It's like 5 weeks of learning how to we learned. Refamiliarize how to shoot, how to drive the big Humvees and MRAPs, and
that's cool.
How to set up base defense and just all this stuff because we don't do it on a day-to-day basis, so they just kind of train you. It's like 5 weeks, full
it's
immersion
a refresher.
course on how to be
It's like the Harley Davidson weekend course. Hey, we need to sell this blanket motorcycle because it's $28,000, so we're going to put you out here. You get a Saturday to Sunday, and you're basically Kid Rock. You can head out to, Daytona Bike Week.
Here's your gun. Don't shoot your feet. This is where the trigger is.
Defense. You know what that means right there? Shoot it out, you shoot back at them. That's how it works.
Zach, if we played airsoft, like if we got did that, you know those nerds, they do like tactical airsoft where they get like
they're recreating the Great Battle,
and they're all like, and they have fully like functioning airsoft weapons, but they're exact size and shape as a regular M16, and like they get out in the woods and they practice tactics and stuff. If we did that, Grizz, would you be any better than me just by knowing what I've seen in Under Siege
Tom's popping out of a cave with his shirt off. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, I know you. I know how to hold the gun, and do what I did. I mean, how much better are you going to be at tactics than me?
A lot.
I don't believe you. There's no way. I don't think so.
It was a pretty convincing a lot.
I just so when you were at that base and doing your 5 weeks there, was it sleep in a giant bunk bed scenario where you had your stuff, and then
50 of us,
and everybody's like, "Good night, Chris." And you're the boss, right? You're in charge. You're like, "All right, lights out, you maggot."
The funny thing is, a lot of guys that we're going with another unit from Florida, and a lot of them are they live in Orlando area. They're cops and that. Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. That's only one. You said you were going to do it.
I thought it was going to be 5.
There's a handful more of them on this deployment that know your guys' show, and that are handful of them that are BDMs and stuff like that.
All right.
Ah, cool. Grizz also showed me a sticker that he put on some sort of. Where is that? Somewhere.
Oh yeah, my buddy. He's in. They went to when they went back to Afghanistan. One of the refrigerators that I had while I was there last time, one of the little mini fridges, I put a Tom and Dan sticker, and he shot it to me. It's still out there.
Why they are mini fridges will last way longer than anything we've ever bought. Our mini fridge, 4 years dead.
What's going on?
I gotta get that military mini fridge.
Yeah.
So now, how many more months?
I feel like
if
I were a cartoon character, because of my body style, my name would be military mini fridge.
What are you gonna do for Thanksgiving, Grizz? Because that's coming up in 2 weeks. Do you all get together and have like a family style Thanksgiving?
Spaghetti dinner.
What are you gonna do?
Arby's, right?
Yeah, Arby's.
Yeah. No. We got some. We were able to order some turkeys and some ham. We're gonna cook them up. We got some barbecues and stuff like that. I'll cook up a couple turkeys.
Nah.
We're gonna grill a couple turkeys.
Yeah. That's
What
That's
room?
all we got to cook them up over here.
What room are you staying in? Are you staying in a bunk bed style?
I hope he's
room?
like in a Best Western.
Yeah,
like the Best Western Qatar downtown.
Like what's your living arrangements?
So I guess my room, it's pretty small. It's got a bunk bed in it. I don't have a roommate right now.
That's nice.
And then I share a bathroom with 4 other people.
One of them's name is Big Mama. I don't know.
I thought you were going to say like 40 or something. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that.
I do that now! And my sons leave dukes everywhere, and they refuse to flush the toilet. Every time I look in the toilet, there's a duke in there. I'm like, God damn it! Flush the GD toilet!
You don't yell that.
And they refuse to do it. So
I yell that.
Hold on, I may have it worse than the Grizz right now. Because everything he's telling me is not that bad.
Sound that bad.
Like, you don't even have to put the kids to bed at night or, wake up with a newborn. You don't got to be in a COVID unit every day for work. Like, my God, we should be talking to your wife.
Yeah.
Let's do her next week.
She's the hero.
Yeah.
He's having a way worse time than I am. Way worse.
Oh, I bet.
Do you make it sound worse?
Can my situation sound worse?
Yeah, because like
when you're talking to her, do you sell it?
Yeah, because you don't want to be like, hey, we got an Arby's, we're cooking a turkey next week.
Yeah, this doesn't sound that bad.
I played some ping pong, I worked out, I'm ripped, and I'm more ripped than
I tried that Impossible Burger. Our Burger King's got it. It's not bad.
Yeah. I got no.
Going to play ping pong. Talk later.
I got to share a bathroom with 4 guys, but that's fine. They're pretty clean.
I take showers as long as I want.
She knows. She knows what's going on. I couldn't. That could be. She would see right through it.
Oh yeah. Grizz is like me. I can't lie.
Grizz is also really fun to be around, so he's kind of like the perfect guy for this because he just doesn't care. He's kind of riding it out, doing his thing.
Well, in my mind,
I just bought a hookah.
I wanted you to be
smoking hookah.
In Jarheads where they're
this guy's just chilling out on vacation.
I wanted you to be pouring diesel in some doo-doo trough and burning it because you have to burn your feces, and then like once a year you get loaded and shoot a machine gun into the night. But I wanted to be sleeping in a tent, like I see in the movies.
Yeah, he wants it to be a lot more dramatic.
Yeah. It just.
Last time was a lot more dramatic. 16, it was a lot more dramatic.
Then you leave.
Now it's not.
You leave like $250,000 of radio equipment in a base by accident.
That was a few years ago. That was 16. That was when I was active duty. That was All right. I haven't lost that much stuff in a long time.
I don't think that's true.
Not that much.
I think there's something left every
he's
day.
gotten close, but not quite as bad. Well, we're glad you're okay, man.
Yeah.
It's really good to talk to you, and we obviously wish you the best, and we want you to stay safe out there.
Yeah, it's good talking to you guys. Thank you.
Stay safe. He's perfectly safer than
he's safer than we are.
He's safer than his wife in the COVID unit every day. He's playing ping pong.
The worst is like the second day I left, like day 2 of me being gone, she had to quarantine with the 2 kids for 2 weeks because someone at school had it. I was like, oh my God.
Oh man.
Well, back to ping pong.
It was horrible.
All right, Zach, I'll talk to you. I'll text you later, dude.
All right,
man. See ya. Take care. Oh man, I love that guy. He's so funny.
And so that's the first time I talked to him on the phone since he's been over there. I've been texting him and stuff.
Quality of the call's pretty damn good, I got to say.
Just a cell phone,
I know. That's crazy.
Apparently, every base that's been there a long time has set up towers. So it's the same. You can call people's cell phone as you can call them here. It doesn't matter. Which is cool. I imagine.
Very cool for families and stuff like that. Can you imagine when you couldn't do any of that? Can you imagine when
it
when
used to be a letter.
Well, yeah. Well, you're lucky if it got to you, right?
Yeah. And then the letter you got, if you were on like the family side, you're reading it. You're like, well, he sent this weeks ago. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's really sad when you think about that.
Being able to FaceTime your loved ones
is game changer.
Yeah, that's probably increased the, I guess, being able to do that kind of thing by a lot more,
for a lot of people. Yeah, long-distance relationships have been changed because of stuff like that. I mean, look at it now with Zoom calls and stuff like that. Even now, even though we are close, I mean, we still can't have people come into our studio and stuff
Matt,
like that.
Like, you remember when Maisie was growing up, and the age between like the 6 months and like 8 months after that, like they were completely different babies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like they change by the month and stuff. So that's for me
missing all that.
Yeah, it's like you come back and you're like, oh, you're a different human than you were.
Well, 8 months is that's a year. You know. So, but anyway, love you, Grizz. We got to go.
Yep. Bye.